Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're live on YouTube, Ladder Reset. We're going to rush for Mythic, and we're going to be trying to find a deck that I want to play in the Metagame Challenge. We are going to try a bunch of different decks today, hopefully get a feel for them, and kind of go from there. So we're going to start off with a variation of the burn list. So Rakdos Burn. I think Rakdos Burn in best of 3 probably suffers a little from card advantage. And so just some kind of weak cards. I don't like the sagas necessarily, so I'm splashing very lightly for Jund for Deathrite Shaman. This allows us to ramp, deals extra burn, can help deal with the graveyard hate. And then we can also play Questing Druid, which gives us card advantage. So we have 8 impulse effects, and then this is another beater, so we can kind of play it from there. We're playing 6 fetches, 2 stomping grounds, and just kind of playing it out like that. We might not even want Den of the Bugbear, to be honest. I think we're going to get rid of the Den, and I'll probably just end up playing just another mountain. I could play a swamp to play around Blood Moon, but I think we just play 2 mountains and just call it from there. The sideboard, so we're a Lurrus Companion. I have Cage for any sort of graveyard shenanigans style things or stuff from Natural Order. So when Capella comes out with his Yawg decks and is trying to get the Atraxa out, I can stop it that way. Vortex to shut off life gain, and then for the more controlling matchups, Molten Collapse as catch-all removal, Soul Guy for graveyard hate, Stone of Eric for Yawg or any sort of graveyard kind of loop synergies, Searing Blood for creature removal, and I don't want to play Blood Moon because Blood Moon hurts us more and it doesn't let us necessarily get aggressive. We still can't beat like a 6/6 Titan necessarily. So against the Titan matchup, I'm actually going to bring in Rampaging Ferocidon. The Bowmasters kind of suck in that matchup, and this kind of forces them to be cautious with how they attack with the Titan. So it might be that they can't fetch more lands because then it'll ping them damage that way. And it's another way to do anti-life gain. So it's something I want to try out, and we'll give it a go. So this is kind of the stock Rakdos Burn for reference. The only thing I did was go up 1 additional land and go down in Akiba, but it's kind of the same concept there. So we're going to give this one a go and see from there. This morning I had a little bit of some time, so I'm like, oh, I'm at 95%. Let me try. Let's see if we could do a push. Like I had some time this morning. I'm like, maybe we'll do it. I lost like 12 in a row in best of 1, just like the most ridiculous kind of. I got turn 3 breached 3 times in a row, like perfect hands every time. Stitcher on 1 or like DRC double bobble, find everything they want. So hopefully our luck works out a little better. We're gonna play first here. I think we're fine here. So we'll just bump here. So this is probably going to be Breach if I had to guess. Henrik, thank you for the sub. So folks, you'll see a little sub count at the top right of the screen. We're trying to hit 15,000 subs on the channel. Subbing is free on YouTube. It helps with the channel. It's greatly appreciated if you can. But we'll see what they're up to. I might go Questing Druid here. We'll see what they play out. Okay, so since they went Thoughtseize here, it means they don't have Bowmaster this turn at least. So they can, we have 2 card advantage engines, which is nice. They are Lurrus, so we don't have to worry about Blood Moon. I think we just do this turn. So I can ping again, but I think we're just gonna pass the turn, set an end step stop, and then questing druid. Okay, so they might be shadow. They could have Bowmaster their own, they could have Bolt here. Okay, so Unholy Heat. Might see Bowmaster. Okay, so Deathrite of our own. Shock is nice as well. Hey Kevin, no early access this time, unfortunately. They cheaped out on us. I think we just get rid of this now. They can eat a creature to gain some life. Wizards let go of their staff that handles the early access, so no early access, unfortunately. So if we looked at like the normal burn deck, we probably would have run out of gas here. Okay, so they're questing druid. They had the bolt. They have fetch. Like, there might be Sneakish Show. Okay, so they've used their removal. So I can lure us to hand, but so I think here we're just gonna push the added damage because it means that they can't shock at this point. They also can't Thoughtseize us. And we'll just put lures to hand. We're also another land. I don't think they even know what happened. Okay, so we have Bobble here. We have Luris, so I think we attack all. Guess I could... Okay, so what are our options? We attack all. Okay, we got it. Just trying to think, because if we could attack all, they block one of our Bowmasters, we get it back. So this is Jund. So Searing Blood in here. I think on the draw we don't play the Vortex, but on the play, because they could be equally as aggressive compared to us. I think Ragavans are bad in this matchup. They're most likely on Goyfs. So I'm going to bring in the Searing Bloods. I'm going to bring in the Molten Collapse. I think we get rid of the Skewer. It's probably going to be hard for us to turn on Spectacle. And I think maybe Bobble's a little bit of an issue, but it helps enable Delirium. It's good with Luris after. Soul Guide Lantern can deal with Goyfs. This is exile each opponent's graveyard. I Maybe just a Swift Spear and a bump. Kind of go from there. Yeah, Mike, if you're looking at Kapla is really good at Yawg. I always reference their list. I think this hand's fine. Okay, so they have Unholy Heat here. This will be interesting because it'll be a little bit like a control match. Okay, so we have Light Up, which isn't too bad. Nice, Timorence. I got my Ravnica cube. I'm just missing a couple cards now. So the question here, like if they Bowmaster, I want to Bowmaster their Bowmaster. So I think we just do this. No fetch this turn. We can Swift Spear next turn. Okay, so Beasts have been seeked. Okay, so this is actually good because I have the land for Croxa here. Probably just discard the land. I imagine they only play... Okay, so it might seem a little odd. You know, because this play suggests that they have Bolt, so I don't want to Bolt here. They might Bolt Swift Spear, so I can go that. I just want to use my mana this turn, I think. We are on very Splash Jund. So I'm playing Deathrites and questing Druids in the deck. Okay, so I do think here we do want to fetch. We know they have Unholy Heat, I think, from the Bauble. So there might not... Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I wanted to try out a Jund version with Questing Druid for card advantage. We're in our post-board game now, so... They have Land Creature. I think we Bowmaster now. It might get Delirium going. Okay, so they bow my bow. So now I can bow their bow. I think we do that. Play Dragon Rage here. Last turn. So we get a little bit more, like, action out of this deck. We're very similar to like this Jun, but we're not playing Thought Seizes. We're just being a little bit more aggressively slanted. There, they're on Scourge. It's like a Bowmaster here. We have to be mindful of Scourge. Oh, that works. So we're gonna do this. Got him. I was worried because if I shot, like if I bolt them, they can deal 3 damage. Like they can have lightning bolt, they can have any sort of spell that offsets life totals. If they do, then it changes because of state-based actions. So it's like Tarmogoyf. So it makes it a little bit difficult in that respect. So we're trying to kind of go from there. But first game, first win. Never seen this card in my life. As long as Mirren's Safe House on the battlefield has all activated abilities of all lands and all graveyards. Confidently say I've never seen that card in my life. So we are playing some Jun Burn. So we took the first one there. We could probably play Fatal Push in the deck. Do we want it over something like Molten Collapse? So Molten Collapse can hit Planeswalker, like Atraxa Push can't, but I think we pretty much lose to Atraxa anyways. This can hit Titan, which the other can't. We might care about we'll play it out a couple more times and see how it goes. But we're basically, instead of like the Thoughtseize slot, we're playing Bump in the Night, Deathrites, we got some monkeys in here. All kind of going. So we'll jump in another one. Folks stopping by for the first time, I'm MTG Joe. We go live every so often, but usually do metagame breakdowns, talk about the formats. I'm currently in surgery recovery, so limited with what I can do, so I can play a little Magic here and there. And we are trying to find a deck for the metagame challenge today. We do have a YouTube sub goal, so if you're not subbed to the channel, it's up on the top right. We're trying to hit 15,000 subs. Costs you nothing, and it's nice and easy. If you are subbed, as always, liking videos, commenting on them, always is greatly appreciated. So, next game. Murder Spag Herder. Professional gamers on the play. This hand doesn't really do much. I'm gonna mulligan. And also doesn't do much. Okay, well, we're gonna keep this and hope for the best. I think I'm gonna go like this. Fetch. Well, when you mull to 5, we're probably not going to win this just from the fact we mulled to 5, but let's see. Okay, ate a bolt. I'm just going to do this now. We're probably not going to enable Spectacle. This gives me some card advantage. Hopefully. Yeah, both are good options. Against Yawg, you might want to try Stone of Erich. It stops the sack effect that exiles the creature instead. Okay, so they are burn as well. So we'll see which is the superior burn deck. Probably not us, the way this game's going. I mean, we drew no burn, all creatures. They've been light up. Bolt would be good here. Gets rid of the DRC. Eidolon. Okay, well. Can't really do much here. Searing Bloods, Molten Collapse. I don't think we want the stones here. So in this matchup, I think we trim a Ragavan. They usually have a lot of cheap burn, so it's not as good. And then Bowmaster's fine in the matchup. It's 2 bodies. Yeah, Stone's really good. This is usually the go-to for that type of deck. I think we just get rid of Skewer. Seems like the weakest, since we have like more effective removal. And probably, you know, maybe instead of Bump, we play a Skewer. Just shift up, become a little bit more controlling. I mean, multi 5 and you draw 3 DRCs, 3 Swiss Spears. Okay, well, our deck hates us, cool. So make sure whenever you're playing against a deck with Bowmaster, you do your draw early. Unholy Heat. I guess this is probably better served as an Unholy Heat in our deck. Maybe we go with that instead. It's cheaper. It lets us play with prowess. Might be right. So they just heat there. I mean, 2 games, not hitting a single land feels kind of bad. Land. 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 I hate you. So I could put instant into my yard. That opens us up to getting things, so I think we just pass here. Probably should have just killed this on my turn. So we're gonna kill this one. Thank you. My goodness. So we're gonna do this. I do need to shock here for this Molten Collapse. Which isn't great, but don't want more baubles, I want more action. Okay. Land on top's good. Bowmaster? No Bowmaster. Okay, so if they have a threat here, it's okay because we have these Molten Collapse. This might be just Luris to hand. No lures. What do they have? Is that an end step stop? Maybe Ragavan Dash? Yeah, I think what we want to do is get rid of these for Unholy Heats. Just seems better. We need lands. Cool. So we obviously have to be mindful of like bolts now. Okay, so they had Searing Blood. So we are dead to bolt off the top. They did bin another. Deathrite. I mean, maybe. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt. Okay, well, that game hated us, so we can't really do much there. I do think we change these collapses. Rakdos Burn. Alright. Do we want to go up another land? We have 16, it's pretty low. Again, we have these effects. We might just try cutting the skewers, instead playing like a single Croxa. Gives us some utility. Asian Voodoo, thank you for the sub. Okay, let's give it one more. See where we stand on the line count. We made the switch to Unholy Heat. So Dreadful, it depends. Like best of one burn is very quick, the games. I'm partially playing best of three for like an aggressive deck, so these games aren't going too long anyways. This is our third match. I did an intro and we're like 28 minutes in. Okay, we do want another land, I think, in this deck now that we're playing it. I think it's a mix. You do get some utility playing like best of three. You get sideboard options. Opponent goes first. I think we keep with opponent going first. Okay, so they're Titan. We need to go fast. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll go Swiss Spear, and depending on what they play, I might go Swiss Spear, Swiss Spear. Yeah. Here we're going to go Swiss Spear, Swiss Spear. I think I'm going to preemptively get this. Sorry, I'll catch up with chat in a sec. Because then I can like double bolt, or I can questing druid. Hey, thank you, Voodoo, for the kind words. Okay, so they had the blast zone. Hate to see it. One of naturally draw. We did kind of Stone Rain them for a turn. I'd probably say like maybe not the issue per se, but best of one timeless or best of three timeless probably is a higher skill level. I'm gonna just questing druid on end step, I think here. Or I might bowmaster. We'll see what they play. They are at 10. They go scrying here. I might just bowmaster. Yeah, if they're gonna play that, then I'll bowmaster their token. So I'm gonna set an upkeep stop. Okay, so 1 sec. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, we just win. Let him know we had it. Got him! I like it because it's skill intensive. Okay, so for this one, we're going to take out the Luris. We're going to put in Cage. We're going to bring in Ferocidons. We're going to bring in Vortex, I think. And I think we're going to take out Ragavans. Do I want Unholy Heat? Unholy Heat's interesting because it's like... Okay, so let me add Unholy Heats and then we'll see how we want to sideboard. I think in this matchup, we're more likely to get value. Like, it's probably Bowmaster comes out. Seems like the worst. We have Play with Fires. I want to be able to answer their creatures. We can trim on a bauble. And maybe just trim along. Actually, this seems like the worst. Just go ahead and go like that. I don't know. I like playing against good players. Like, even if you lose, it's like there's good matches. I also find in Timeless, like there's more ways to hate on things in a way. We can get Vortex going, so Shock here, Grazer. So it's a little annoying because they can natural order here. Grafdigger's Cage would be the best draw. I would love a Bolt. That's bad. Yeah, opponent's hand's much better this time. So they can hard cast or natural order it, both of which are very bad for us. I think we just do this and then try to questing Druid and find Ferocidon. I was saying more just like the following turn. I was concerned like the subsequent turn cycle. Because if they, for example, just found whatever land, left the grazer, if I didn't have bolt. Okay, so end step. Exile their land. Seek the beast. See if we find Ferocidon. Okay, we do. Nice. Okay, so that lets me then go. I can go Swiss Spear, play out Ferocidon. I can go Vortex. I think we go Swiss Spear. Then play out Ferocidon. So they can attack in now, but I think what we try to do is just stack up enough blockers for prime time. Take a damage. It's just Crater Huff. Yeah. They had more than enough. Very good start for them. The problem is like it's tough for us to get the skewer going on them. Seek the Beast might be too slow. This matchup stuff. Let's try it like that. Go away. Like if we hit Cage early, it might be how we have to kind of aggressively mull for it. Hey Natso, how's it going? That looks good. We have a lot more pressure this go around. So we'll fetch here for basic. Yeah, that could be reasonable, Vu. I think the Searing Bloods are pretty reasonable. Because they're at 13 now. I get to shock in for Ferocidon. Not so, how's Jund treating you? We'll probably give a Jund version a go. Okay, so that gives him a blocker for the turn. I'm gonna see, since they didn't block here, it's actually right to do this. Because that suggests to me they have natural order. So we do take a turn off, but bring in Haywire Might. Okay, we have 16 lands. Hey, Jesse. Thank you. Doing well. Little by little. Sleep's still a little weird. I have a bunch of incisions in my abdomen, so can't get comfortable at times. So they might just have to like crank up this blast zone 2 turns, which if that's what they're spending 2 turns doing, I'm happy. Can you give me a burn spell? Searing blood. No artifacts, friend. Wob 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 wob. Okay, 2 damage. 2 damage. Yeah, for sure. Like, it kind of sucks that turn. We had to basically spend 1 out of 3 mana. Would have loved to get Ferocidon down, but if you tutor for the land and then don't block, this also basically cost them a bunch of tempo. This might be Radiant Fountain. Yeah. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt. That works. So Titan kills them if they fetch like field. Yeah, I find this Titan deck either like game 2 they absolutely went off, but if you control their like early natural order, you're usually okay. Boom. Okay, Ferocidon Tech. Ferocidon Tech did work. We take those 2 and 1. Our loss was to burn where we... So what do we think? Do we want the additional land? I think we want 17. Okay, so I want to try a version actually. Let's try one with a single copy of Kroxa and yeah, we get a little worse against burn, like in the mirror. But I think like we're better against the mid-range, and I want to be better against the mid-range. If we lose to burn, we lose to burn. So I'm thinking that, and then I don't think we could afford a swamp, so we'll just do another basic here. And just leave it at that. So we have enough black sources, I think, to make it work. We could go down a fetch, like a stomping ground here, because we really only ever need 1 green. So that might be right. Just go down there. Just play like all basics here. Or we can just do this. So that takes us to 17 lands. I think Skewer's kind of not great. The alternative is we could play like Unholy Heat in the main. I do like all my burn to be able to go face. So I think we go like that. Croxa plays nicely with DRC as well. So we kind of get that avenue of it. It gives us some redundancy if we do Flood. All right, we'll do one more with this one. Three lands is Infinity Lands. I'm gonna do this, get a feel, because like if they're Titan, then I'm gonna Ragavan on one. Overgrown Tombs, Yawgmoth. All right, let's see. What you got, friend? So we'll kill this. I will gladly take your Bowmaster. This deck, I don't think we want. I don't want any lands that don't tap for red. Just because we go into Searing Blood. Is, well, like, the castle's not going to come into play tapped because we have. It's really just the Blood Crypts that would work with it. So I have like 3 lands in the deck. It's not great. Okay. So this suggests to me that they might have Bowmaster. Okay, so we trade. I think we're just going to seek here. You can play it in like the red-black Rakdos, like mid-range deck, but with Burn, you want all your lands to come into play untapped. This most likely Yawg. Yeah. Okay, so I do want... Chances are we just die to like Yawg anyways. Okay, so Bolt's good, DRC's good. We also have Delirium up, which is nice. So I can do you. Do you, but I think we're gonna hold off on you, so red mana here. I think play with fire is reasonable. So they cord for 1. Deathrite Shaman. Oh, this could be Yawgmoth. Do have lions in the yard. Actually, I shouldn't have attacked with bow. I missed out on a point of damage there. I do want to keep this just because I can break up if they have like Yawg with like the Undying. And like this, I can like eat the wolf as well, potentially. Yawg's a tricky matchup. There's a lot of like incidental ways they just kind of out-combo things. Okay, so they're gonna get Yawg here. So I think we start the turn with Bump in the Night. So they're gonna get Yawg. Light up's not bad. Hey Unidark, I'm doing better. Thanks for asking. Slowly getting there. The stupid bug, I can't see where they're blocking. Okay, so they block there. I think we pass the turn now. They play Yawg. I kill the Hapatra because they only have one copy of Hapatra. Okay, so we get them there. They don't have the mana for Yawg. So eat that. Cast this. Okay, should have them now. And like none of this game's possible without like the deathrite shamans in this version. Okay, so Yawg, Stones, Soul Guides, Searing Blood, Ferocidon, Cage. Okay, so what are we taking out here? Luris has got to go. Raven's got to go. Bump in the Knight's got to go. Kroxa's got to go. The druids are interesting. I think maybe on the play we trim the Swiss Spears. It also gives them less targets in terms of what they can hit. Beyond that, like Vortex can keep us ahead. They're going to take a little bit more damage likely than us. We have Searing Bloods to break parity. 2 druids. We'll do it like that. Yeah, I think stage is probably too slow, but the thing is stage, we could potentially get it activated with Spectacle like we did in that last game. It might still be better with Questing Druid. Yes, this hand's not going to work. Alright, we'll try this. Let's put back... I think it's Vortex, to be honest. The hand's not fast enough. Alright. So, little trick you can do here. Target yourself with the fetch land. We don't want another fetch land, so we are gonna fetch here. Okay, Soul Guide's not bad. I can at least break up the Wolf Loop. Second halfling. Okay, well, drawing mono questing druid's probably not where we want to be. Okay, so we're in trouble if it's just Yawg this turn. I do think we want a second cage in the side. The way our hand's been coming together, it hasn't been great. I think the cage, like, second cage is where we want to be. That's fine. So I did this because if I draw like some sort of 1 mana answer, that was just natural order into Traxa. I think I just want to be more aggressive here. That's the thing with like the natural order version. They just didn't do, like, they dirtled and then just suddenly Crater Hoof for Atraxa. Either of them beat us there. Gonna keep this. No, they're usually still on Yawg. It's just they play they'll play the Atraxa and they'll play Crater Hoof. They usually play one Crater Hoof main, one Crater Hoof in the side. It gives them just like a backup plan. Okay, so I can fetch. Okay, if they're gonna use push here, that's fine. Okay, so same idea. I'm more interested at this point. Do I want bolt? Yeah, we're gonna draw the bolt. Because then I can just Ferocidon here. So the question is, like, do I care about natural order? But they have it anyways, like if they want, so I'm a little stuck. Yeah, that's good. So one little thing, if they have another push, they usually only play 2 pushes in the side. They can get the push off this Prosperous Innkeeper. I can't beat Atraxa, that's the problem. But do I want to play all this burn? It's tricky, because like... You know, I'm gonna cycle this. See what we draw, and then that will indicate... Okay, so now we can kill it. I hate using this much burn on their creatures, but like the way we lose this game is them having natural order. They're gonna have 4 of them. Yeah, so they missed it there, which is nice. Oh no! Oh no! Nice. So we can start just like chunking some damage here. Okay, fetch is fine. I think we took out a lot of our card advantage is the only downside. So they did Yawg here. I should have fetched for the green source because I can't actually disrupt the loop here. But I can exile something from a graveyard for 2 points of damage. So they are limited at least. So they actually can't play like Bowmaster here. The Ferocidon, okay, sick. We bet Yawg, we bet Titan, we bet Jun, we lost the burn where we didn't draw any lines. Okay. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. So I think we do want another cage. I think we just want cage over stone, because cage is more flexible. Like, all things considered, I think we're a little bit better there. Like, the Ferocidons have been good. Like, they've been winning us games. I don't know if I'm sold on questing druid. I do like the deathrites. If we get off questing druid, we can... They are providing us some card advantage. We could do like impulsive style effects. We could just play another copy of Croxa. We can... Like, what's available in Rakdos for us? Blood Tide's not strong enough. I actually lost to this. Like, this was pretty good. Just like 3-1 trample lifelink. It dies to Bowmaster's the only problem. Like, I don't think we want more than one. Can do Colligan's Command. Rebuy our stuff, which isn't too bad. Could do like Robber of Rich, which isn't that good. I don't necessarily want to go Eidolon. I think it's too painful for us. Okay, so I think that one, we went 3-1 with the Jun Burn. Let's maybe pivot and... Yeah, so we have kind of a choice. What would you rather do, chat? We do another version of, or another run of Jun Burn? Just kind of keep working on this for today. I'm probably good for like 30 to 40 more minutes. So we could do another Jun Burn run. Or I can play either like mono black control. So we could either do mono black control, or we can also do Jun Blood Moon. You want to keep it in the Jun family. We can go from there. Let me know what you prefer in chat. So Burn, Moon, or mono black control. I don't feel like learning Yawgmoth today. I'll probably do a dedicated video on that. So Jun Burn. This will be Druid's picture. Maybe we just give it, we'll do the 5 runs with this to see how it plays. All right, we got Jun Moon, Blood Moon, Mono Black. All right, maybe we do a Jun Moon. Mono black. All right, let's maybe do a mono black control run. So this version is the non-devotion version. So with this one here, we're using still the Dark Ritual Necro combo. We have One Ring, we have Sheoldred, Field of Ruins to blow up lands, Takanuma's castles in there. And then I switched it up. I didn't want Beseech in here without being the combo version. Deathrites are more useful. We saw that like the last few games, Deathrite's really good at controlling the whole kind of game itself. One thing we might want, is... So we could play Hive of the Eye Tyrant, which might be better over Field of Ruin. I might try that out. I think when you're like dedicated monocolor, we're okay to play a single land. 7 swamps is more than enough. This also gives us better chance, but we have Lurrus here, main board, that can get back both Bowmasters, Baubles, as well as Deathrite Shaman. Shieldred One Ring could win you games. Demonic Tutor finds you stuff like that. March of Wretched Sorrow as the big kind of mana sink for the deck. No Karns in this version. Our sideboard, Hand Hate with Duress, Pithing Needles. We have Bitter Triumph, Blood Moon, so we can fetch into Blood Moon. Ashiok's in here, kind of doing the job of Cage, Leyline of the Void for Graveyard Hate, and then Meathook Massacre as sweepers. Needles, do we want Cage? I guess this does the same as Cage. Do we maybe want to do a split? 1 Cage. Let's do a split, maybe. Because Cage can't be attacked, where Ashiok can. Sorry. Got a little tickle in the throat. Mono black control. So I was playing a lot of the Devotion one and Best of One. I think Devotion's probably better in Best of One because you get to mainboard Leyline, which just kind of wins games on its own. Okay, we'll play first. Jingantha can be a whole bunch of different decks. Yeah, we don't have... So start off seeing what we're playing against. Okay, we're playing against Zoo. Okay, well, you know what's going to be really good against Zoo? Field of Ruins. So we'll see what they do here. If it's Ragavan, then I'm going to have the push. Okay, it's just Bolt. Yeah, that is a little annoying. Just because it does take us off the early Necro here. Okay, so Nacatl. So the pause suggests to me that they have Lightning Bolt. So we'll draw probably 4, maybe 5 here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Get rid of the extra copy of Necro. Field's actually pretty reasonable because we can take them off various domain in this one. So they have the ley line here, so maybe I shouldn't have got that. Draw 2 more here. Hey, Shelly. So I could Demonic Tutor here, but I think we're going to hold off. Just having access to Bowmaster could be important. Another Necro. I think we're beyond the point. Do I want Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize might be reasonable, but probably not. So they need another Leyline here. If not, then I get to go Shieldred and then have the One Ring going. And that should grind them out. We know that they probably play two basics, a forest and a plains, so we take them off. Okay, so this suggests to me that they have Bowmaster. So I think what we do here play Shieldred. And then probably just pass the turn. Oh, so they don't have it. This could be Oko, maybe. Gonna take them off the red here. So we'll draw our cards in response. Them hitting this doesn't really matter. And we'll keep Demonic Tutor going. Now I will take them off the Zagoth Triumph. Yeah. So we're just going to pick apart their lines here. So in this matchup, we want the Blood Moons. The Meat Hooks are a little tricky because while they can be good at times, other times they're not the best. Great analysis on my part. So I think we cut the baubles in this matchup. Ashiok's fine. They do a bit of fetching, but not too much. So I think we take out that. Probably want no Thoughtseize. So maybe we play... Yeah, we probably don't want Ashiok. We might actually want Needle for Minskimbu. Just play it like that. Because like if I get turn 1 Ashiok, I can lock them out of a lot of drops. Now their non-creature spells is usually Oko, Leyline Binding. I guess Duress is probably just better here. Play a couple Duress. Like we could hit all their burn, everything like that. Trim on a Necro on the play. Like we're probably going to win One Ring Shieldred. Because they have Bolts, Tribal Flames, Okos, Leyline Bindings. Like a pretty decent density of spells. Oh, cool. So, that works. They never play around the Blood Moon out of the Mono Black deck. So kill their thing. Demonic Tutor for probably Meat Hook or maybe Dark Ritual. No, we probably get Shield Druid or Bowmaster. Maybe even just push. Hey, Bowmaster's nice here. So I'm going to do this. Because if they don't do anything... Okay, they did hit a basic, which is kind of annoying. So what we might want to do is... go for the Duress. Because I could Demonic Tutor Duress. Okay, they have Stubborn Denial and Veil of Summer. Their hand's super reactive here. GG? GG? Because then I could just set up one ring next turn. Depending on what we get. Okay, so they flash and bow here. To be honest, I think we might, with us having... I think we're just going to do this. Because I want to get one ring going. Oh no, why did I do that? I had a turn. That was dumb. My bad. Can we not? Did they draw a Leyline Binding? It's fine. We got second One Ring as well. Okay, we got Meat Hook here. I'll do it again. Trying to draw just like another land, because if I can Meat Hook for 5, it's really good. We are probably not doing anything this turn. It's also like pretty funny how many non-swamps we've drawn. Oh, you know what? I forgot they have the mana from Jingantha for Stubborn Denial. Ah, that was bad of me. Dummy, 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 dummy. 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 That was my mistake. That was so bad. So bad. It's 5. See what they decide to do here. Alright. Should be good now. So they have like Veil of Summer up. This is actually impressive how we've just like not drawn anything. How many cards? 33? Thank you. That's where all my lines are. Got deathrite here. I think we just pass. Got him! Alrighty. So, mono black control, pretty solid there. The Blood Moon plan worked out. If you could give me 1 sec, chat. I got someone at the door. Alright, so what do we think of this one, chat? Let me know in the comments, and I will be back in 1 second. Alright, we're back, we're back, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got... I'm liking this one too, it felt pretty solid. Let's give it one more go maybe with this one. Or actually, I want to do one more of the Jund Burn. I want to see where we're at with this one. And see if we can do like the 4-1 with it. see how it plays out. All right, opponent's not on anything particular. So, when in doubt, Ragavan on 1. My guess is probably Titan. If we had a fetch, I'd consider deathrite. And we don't have a bauble, so I'm less interested in doing these on 1. Ragavan offers us the highest upside, where we could potentially Ragavan. Oh, they're on the play. I thought I was on the play. Okay, so Kami. Change of plans. Okay, so they're setting up for the Titan 2-way. And they naturally have both, so I can't get past natural order. So gonna have to do it this way. The problem here is they have both the castle to naturally hardcast it, and then they have the 2 creatures, so it makes it a little tougher in that regard. Now I feel... Oh, come on! Okay, so I think here... I'm gonna get rid of this. It makes future natural orders worse. What's with opponents just always perfectly having this blast zone against us? We play triple 1-drops, they always have it. Spladunkadunk. Draw. Castle into play. I think there's pretty few options we care about. So it's just about maximizing damage. Half their deck's lands anyways. Problem here. So if they draw Titan, they can cast Titan, get 2 lands, and have the fetch available. I think we're gonna do this. This will turn off the wooded foothills. Got him. Got him! Alright, so our board plan was the cages, the vortex, the searing bloods, the ferocidons, the unholy heats. Luris is coming out. Couple light up the stage come out. The bowmasters can come out in some quantity. Ragavans could come out. Karaksa could come out because we're bringing in Cage. I think maybe on the play we trim down the Vortex because we also have the Ferocidons. I do think I want a couple copies of Bowmaster just to pick off their little things. It might just be light up the stage, which is like the worst here. And trim a bauble. I just trim the baubles. I guess with Delirium, we need to be mindful because we are bringing in the Unholy Heats. Something to consider there. Like Bump in the Night's just reach, which I like. Let's do it like that. This hand's pretty slow. Like, I think we mulligan. Okay, I'm gonna keep this hand. And I think it's the back Roiling Vortex. I'm gonna lead with DRC. I'm basically doing this off Cage. It shuts off like some of their faster draws. Just gonna set an upkeep stop. I might play with fire here just to maximize my likelihood of finding a land. I don't need Cage this turn. So I can set up... Again, I don't think I need Cage this. This makes 2 mana, 3, so they can't do it there because it requires... So it's 2 mana in, but Castle Garenbrig is 4 mana to make 6. So we're okay, so I think it's just Deathrite Shaman. Hope they don't have the Blast Zone. So notably, this doesn't stop lines. Really slow hand for our opponent. Karn. That's fine. So they have Might here. I think we probably just keep Vortex at this point. Like their whole turn is going to be might. Kill the might. Like kill the cage. Okay, so they did find Titan. Takes it to 11. I go Grazer here. So I have a land in the yard. And they have a land in the yard. I think here we're gonna shut them off the life gain. Oh, they didn't even do it. So they just had that die. So we might be a little too slow. We'll have to see here. Because I need to be mindful of this Westvale Abbey now. They'll have enough. So the idea there was I get them to block, and then I Searing Blood. Oh, they have enough to give it haste too. Ah. Friend. Friend. That's not gonna work, friend. Okay, so DRC is not bad because it could give me the following turn. Let's go red here, red. Throw the bauble in the yard. That's 3 to the face. In terms of lands, I have a land in the yard, so then I can eat another to deal 2 more. We'll pass the turn here. Opponent thought they were so clever with that natural order. I mean, we're doing this with 2 lands. They could get Radiant Fountain here. Okay, they get Blast Zone. So add black here. They take the damage here. and then they're dead. Alrighty, 4-1. 4-1 with the deck. Only lost to the Burn Mirror where we drew terribly. So really promising with this one. I am going to wrap this one up, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Probably the longest I've been on camera for a while, but appreciate everyone stopping by. Hope you stay safe out there, and we'll be back for Metagame Challenge on Friday. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Stay safe.